Check, check. Okay. You got it, Sari Bot. You can do that right now. There you go. This guy. Yeah, I lie about my pee all the time. Non-stop. It's a problem. It's hard to do when you don't understand the pee, you know? If you don't understand it, you can't speak the truth about it, so you just have to lie about it. Yeah, that's definitely it, real. Yeah, you know. You're down. Not only do you know the OPP, you're down with OPP. Yeah. That's absolutely what we're talking about. Why would you even think otherwise? You know, I actually have a question real quick. If I take the batteries out of this fucking Xbox controller, does it still work? Can it get power from its USB cable? Okay, it can. So light now. Have you used your Series S yet? I have, quite a bit actually. I played some Wild Hearts on it. I've been playing some Monster Hunter Rise, and by some Monster Hunter Rise, I mean a lot of Monster Hunter Rise. I got Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon on like super sale. I got each of them for like $4. All right. Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is MichaelSchwahn. Today is Thursday, January 18th, 2024. And we're back properly to the streaming world. Also, shout out to everybody on my Pal World video. Shout out to the Pal World video. It rocked over 1,000 views in under 24 hours. Athena with the 42 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But yeah, Pal World video rocked over 1,000 views in under 24 hours. And, you know, the amount of hate that that video got was hilarious and surprising and strange. Because I was like, yeah, it's Pokemon, but survival with guns. And the number of people that I had that were like, it's not Pokemon! And I'm like, have you looked at this? Have you looked at this game? And have you looked at Pokemon? They are clearly, very clearly just ripping off Pokemon designs. Unapologetically. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. I'm not hating on the game. It's just reality. It's I don't even see how it's arguable. Like, some of those Pokemon were so blatant. Some of those pals were so blatantly copied from Pokemon that I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to get at here. What you're hoping. Why are you defending this? It's not even a big deal. They're not close enough that it's a lawsuit worry. I don't think it devalues the game either. It's not Pokemon, it's Shin Megami Tensei. No, it's not Shin Megami Tensei, it's Digimon. No, it's not Digimon, it's freaking Monster Hunter Stories. No, it's not Monster Hunter Stories, it's Temtem. It's not Temtem, it's Neopets, god damn it. It's fucking Neopets. It's all Digimon. We can never get away from Digimon. Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, it's Yokai Watch. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter either. Like, all of these games are fine. They all have their own arguments, their own reasons for being. It doesn't make them somehow worse games. They're just different games that fall into very closely aligned categories. No, it's Pogs. Oh man. Whew. I need my walker. But yeah, I just did. They were so upset, and I couldn't, for the life of me, understand why. And so I was like, whatever. Anyway, that's cool. There was something else I was gonna bring up, but what was it? Damn, I have since forgotten. But yeah, I was like, if it's Pogs, this game is the slammer. Pal World is? Yeah, sure. I can see that. No, it's marbles. I suck at marbles. I can snap and I can flick coins all day long, but flicking marbles and trying to aim at them, I can't. Terrible. Don't understand. Like, maybe I just lack control because I'm just like, foo! And like the marble's like, wee! And then it hits, you know, my friend in the head, and then they cry. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Don't worry too much about it. Don't look into it. Kids in the 40s were built different. Working in factories made the fingers stronger. See, what we need is for the children to go back to being good little slaves, and then they'll know the true worth of having strong thumbs. This is fine. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna play some Lies of P. It'll be interesting to see if we remember how to play this game in the slightest. I remember what was happening, amazingly, but do I remember how to play? That's a loaded question right there. Loaded. Man, what was I going to say? I had something else I wanted to say, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. Oh, well. Guess it wasn't that important. Was it about the Xbox? I don't know. Thank you for the hydrate, Athena. Compiling shaders. I'm thirsty. Yes, that is a song. I don't remember if it's by Toby Keith, but I know the one you're talking about. No. Hello? Controller? Do you actually need the batteries to work? I took the batteries out because when I plugged in the USB cable, the light still turned on. And I was like, I don't need to waste batteries. Am I not clicked on the game? All right, well, we got camera movement. Okay, now back to the question of if I take out your fucking batteries. There we go. Okay, maybe I just wasn't clicked on the game properly before. Okay, how do we play this game again? Uh-oh. That's great. I love that for me.
No idea what those things are, pal. Approach with caution.
What? Light hit. Heavy hit. Juke. That would use something. Swap weapons. That would heal if... Oh. That would do something. That uses the armor abilities. This is block. That's the special moves. Yeah, okay. We'll see what happens. We've saved, so it's fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, Liza P's gorgeous. There's a dude losing his mind over there. That's good. How do I run? That pulled up a... Interesting, okay. Alright, claw method is run, okay. I remember how to play video games. Ow. Can I break through these? I can, okay. Oi, you. Never mind, just die. Remember the trailer's box art had that indie PC game look? Yeah, I guess I could see that a little bit. Oh, he's fast. Hi. All right, this should be my heal now. Yeah, okay. Oh, I really shouldn't, like, aggressively hit that button. The problem is my brain is still kind of in, why can't I climb up this? My brain is still kind of in Monster Hunter, mind. Because I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter. What's up, guys? Oh, well, all right. Well, I'll just keep going the way I was going.
What is happening? What's their problem? Wait, their bodies are strangely altered. I don't know what's going on, but keep those eyes of yours open.
So hard to just walk backwards a little bit. Oh, that's right. My weapon needs sharpened. How do I do that? That's how. Okay. Yeah, Lies of P, I do wish that it would have actually gotten the nod for best art direction. I forget which game that went to at the Game Awards, but Lies of P did get a few nominations for a few different things, and a lot of the things, because it was just 2023, it just did not have a hope of winning. But I think one of the things that it actually could have pulled off was best art direction, because visually this game is just really stunning and has a really good cohesive art direction. It didn't win. What did win? I think it was freaking like Alan Wake. The king, something the humans, so says the king. I don't know what's through that door. I don't really want to find out though. I don't really want to know. And then I had to find out. I forgot who won art direction, but it won should have been Tears of the Kingdom. Who won art direction in 2017 when Breath of the Wild came out? Did Breath of the Wild win? Breath of the Wild didn't end up picking up very much. Not Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom didn't end up picking up very much, but Yahtzee Croshaw, in his like breakdown of how to predict the Game Awards, said that anytime there's a sequel, sequels normally don't do well. Which, I mean, on one hand makes sense considering, like, hi. Do you want to talk?
Mercy, I beg you, don't kill me. I thought you were from the organization. Never mind. My name is Janjo. I'm an a pharmacist. Yes, pharmacist. I'm looking for the legendary gold coin fruit. I was able to use medicine to slow the infection spread. I have the petrification disease and I need a cure. Sorry, I ramble when I'm nervous. Read this. It'll explain things faster than I can.
Gollum's Ballad. Gollum, the King's Knight, found the shining tree on the rocky mountain. The tree's fruit resembles gold coins, and this fruit is a miraculous blessing. For many people who have recovered from different diseases and who have been able to escape the plague, the elated knight built a castle and called himself the Holy Knight. But remember, sojourners, miracles always have a price, no matter how captivating they may be. Okay. Cuphead in 2017, Alan Wake in 2023. Man, you know, I have not played Alan Wake at all. I haven't played basically anything made by Remedy Entertainment. And it shocked me how much Alan Wake was getting at the Game Awards, especially because it came out what feels like 3 days before the Game Awards aired. It was more like a month, but it squeaked in right at the very end of the window, and it got nominated for so much stuff and ended up winning a handful of stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I believe that this game is as good as everyone's saying it is. And I've even heard mixed things from the people that I do know that have played it, that they're like, oh yeah, it's really, really good. Or they're like, hey, you know, it's got some good stuff, but there's also a lot in it that's just kind of questionable. I have to go through this door now, don't I? And it's going to trigger a boss fight. Hello? What are you guys doing? You having a good time? There's a lot of dudes. I don't know if I'm happy or sad by the fact that I can literally just backpedal away from those dudes and it works. It's a weird type of game to win major awards for sure. Did Control win anything? Ew. Ooh. I'm hurt. Oh. Shit. Shit. I was like, when my sword hit the fucking statue, I was like, uh-oh, that's gonna get me killed. I feel like Control did. I know a lot of people really, really liked Control, and I know that a lot of people, at least that I've talked to, liked Control a lot more than they liked Alan Wake. And I know that they all fit within the same universe. I don't know how much so. We'll just make our way back over there. Hi. Excuse me, sir. It's getting dark. You should return to your home. I said you should return home. Excuse me. Sir! What is you doing? I did pick up Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2 though. Because it was on, you were able to, if you bought Alan Wake 2 on the fucking Epic Game Store, but if you bought Alan Wake 2, you got Alan Wake 1 remastered for free. And during Christmas, Epic Games had like everything in their store marked off by like 20% and had a coupon to get like an extra like 30 or 40% off. Only reason I got the whole game, I got both games for like $17. And I was like, well, I'll throw $17 into that, and if I ever get around to playing them, then I do, and I don't have to worry about like having to buy them for like $40 to $60 each. I need Yakuza 8 to win everything next year. You know, okay, so here's the problem. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth also comes out next year. And well, this year. we're in this year now. And it's not that I don't think that Yakuza 8 could be better than Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. It's that Rebirth is a bigger game, and unfortunately that just means so much when it comes to like major awards. Oi, you, come here now. Ow! I know that there's something I'm supposed to be able to do when they're like, I think I have to hold heavy attack, I think is what I was supposed to do. It might win best narrative and that's it. Yeah, maybe. Now I want to gamble. You want to gamble on predicting the Game Awards now? Is that what you're gambling at? What's the bet here? I don't see Final Fantasy 7 Remake winning a ton, but I don't see Like a Dragon 8 winning shit either. You know, here's the thing though. What the fuck else is coming out this year? After March, there's like nothing that comes out. The biggest release that happens that's at least has an actual release date between March and the end of the fucking year is Black Myth Wukong. Right? Like there's basically zero first party shit that's coming out that actually has a release date. I guess Hellblade Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2 or whatever stupid name they've given that. I guess that now has a release date that actually comes out this year. But I don't see Hellblade 2 picking up that much mini awards either. We'll probably get dates for stuff dropping this year. Yeah, I mean, according to a couple of leaks, Star Wars Outlaw is supposed to come out this year. And so that could get something. How do I get back home? Hotel Crat. Hey, Julia. Yeah, Stellar Blade still doesn't have a release date, though. I wish it did, but it just doesn't, you know? Because I do want to play Stellar Blade. I don't anticipate that getting a ton of awards either. Like that it might get best action game, right? Following benefit item. Just cosmetics, looks like.
I'll use my power.
How much does it cost to level up? I need an extra 1,000 and some change to burn 2 levels. I'm good, Julia. I'm glad to be back streaming again. Definitely took a break for longer than I anticipated, but life got real crazy and having to approach everything with a slightly different air of mind as we come back into things, because life circumstances have changed in a way that I have to remain cognizant of. What were we doing? Technique was vitality gives us health, right? Yeah. Vigor, stamina, capacity is how much we can hold, which includes our armor weight threshold. Also increases damage reduction, motivity. Motivity technique can advance all affect certain weapons. So like our main weapon uses technique a lot. I think I want some more capacity though. Let's just go straight into capacity. Yeah, now we're broke. But we should be good to go to try to get back into the swing of things. Athena's good. I'm getting ready to go to practice right now. We got a busy year ahead of us, though. But, you know, that's good. Keeps things interesting. Stays busy. If Nintendo sneak drops Metroid Prime 4, that wins everything. Maybe. If it's as good as, like, Prime 3, probably. What made that noise? You who have sinned, repent with your tears. Only those who have cleansed their souls, something or other, may move forward. What's making that noise? Oh, probably whatever left this mess. You touch on an important point though, Real, which is the thing that well, that was gross. The thing that'll also here's the defining thing for 2024. Now, it doesn't necessarily constitute a award, but the defining thing for 2024 is going to be the Nintendo Switch 2. That's what's going to matter this year. Wholly and entirely is Nintendo Switch 2. As well as whatever games come with it, right? Because like the beginning of the year, that's going to be talking about like Final Fantasy's Jam and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink and Tekken 8 and Under Night In-Birth 2 and whatever else. There's more. There's a whole lot that comes out in the next couple of months. Like between now and the middle of March, there's a bunch of stuff that comes out. But once you hit April, it dries up really bad. And so we'll be talking about these games right now, and then probably at the big Nintendo Direct that's going to happen in 3 weeks, there will be the announcement drop for the Nintendo Switch 2, and then that's the only thing that's going to matter for this whole year. And whatever games come with the Nintendo Switch 2. Probably expect like a new Warriors title. Like, people have been predicting that we'll get Xenoblade Warriors for a while. We'll see if that actually ends up happening. Probably a new Mario game. We'll probably see some sort of package of Smash Ultimate be put out on there. I don't want to go in there. That just looks like a bad idea. Oh, God. I don't like that either. That's just death, okay? Goody. If Switch 2 is coming, Metroid is coming. It's the obviously killer app. I'm curious if it is, though. Dude. I forget what decay does. I know I don't like it, but I don't remember what it does. There's a dude right there. Well. Get our happy ass across. Do we have any idea how well Metroid Prime Remastered sold? Because, like, I know that Metroid Prime 4 is a game that a lot of people are waiting on, but I don't actually know if it's the game that, like, sells systems, right? Like, is Prime 4 the game that gets 50 million people to go out and buy a Switch 2. Ow. Because, like, I don't know that it is. That's disgusting. You're a jerk. Be the most likely flagship. It's their only big game that's being worked on. Isn't there supposed to be another 3D Mario game? Didn't we get some sort of leak about like Odyssey 2 existing in some form? Because like Super Mario Brothers Wonder isn't actually the next big Mario game, nor is Princess Peach Showtime. Although I do think Princess Peach Showtime looks pretty sweet. I'm real glad you died in 3 hits. Because if you would have taken more than 3 hits, that would have kind of sucked for me. There'll definitely be another big 3D Mario. Metroid has been in development since early Switch. Yeah, but in some ways that's also... Ew! In some ways that's also a bad thing. The next Mario Kart will probably be the holiday seller. Man, are they gonna do that though? I mean, at some point, you know, we gotta see a new Mario Kart, because they've been rocking Mario Kart 8 for 2 systems now. But they also just did 4 waves of DLC for Mario Kart 8. Of course, you know, you could also be like, yeah, they did 4 waves of DLC so they could harvest money off of the 100 million people that own Mario Kart 8. Damn it. Which is probably the thought process of we need to try and get some more money out of Mario Kart 8 while everyone still has it and plays it. It's no difference than like why I don't think that they've announced the Switch 2 yet, because they really wanted to get as many more sales of the Switch as they could for Christmas of 2023. So don't announce the new Switch until after we've gotten our holiday sales. Figure it goes Metroid, Mario Kart, Mario, all the other big names. Well, there's got to be a little bit more. Well, I guess maybe not when it comes to first party. There doesn't got to be more, but... Ugh. Oh, God. I'm hurt. This area sucks. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? I see you over there. Hey, Eve. Oh, don't forget about Pokemon. There's gonna be a new Pokemon game on it. How do I get over there? I'm not jumping. That's for damn sure. Oh, I can't make that jump anyway. What are you looking at? That's to get down here. Pokemon doesn't even count. Yeah, you're right. There'll definitely be smaller stuff sprinkled and random Fire Emblem, but for the heavy hitters. I'm curious what they do with Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem 3 Houses was just like the breakout success of that franchise. And then they released Fire Emblem Engage, and it was just nowhere near as well received. And so I wonder what that means for what they do next. This sucks. This sucks so much. I hate all of this. Why did I say I was gonna come back and play more of this damn game? Fuck off. Oh, wrong button. That's good. Oh, is that the only? No, okay, there's another one right there. Wait, I need another opening. You just wait. Engage was advertised weird? It was. I mean, Engage was developed weird. Because Engage was supposed to be the 25th anniversary celebration game for Fire Emblem, and then that didn't happen because of COVID. And then so it came out like a year late and was also in like not in the state that they wanted it to be at release even, and it never even got fully finished in terms of what it was supposed to be at its final product. So like Engage was just one of those games that you could say was like a casualty of the pandemic. Did not even know they released a new Final Fantasy game after, new Fire Emblem game after Three Houses. Yeah, it came out at the beginning of 2023. It's called Fire Emblem Engage. The biggest thing that it did was give us Colgate-chan. And that's the only thing that anyone talks about is Colgate-chan. So like, what the fuck? So like, I don't know if it even matters. Is there anywhere to hide on that bitch? Thank you, Athena. As a non-Fire Emblem fan, I never would have considered buying it because I wasn't sure it was DLC or a game. Well, I mean, and it's also even weird beyond that. Can I fit over here? I can't. Okay. Oh no! Thank you. Are you gonna get up? No, okay. Three Houses is still on my radar. I never understood what Engage was. Well, like I said, Engage was supposed to be the anniversary celebration. So like one of the mechanics is you summon heroes from old Fire Emblem games, but they do it in such a shitty way. Because you would think that it'd be really cool to summon like old Fire Emblem characters and learn about those games. Like the first character you get to summon is Marth. Oh God. But the shitty thing is you don't practically get to learn a single damn thing about Marth. He's just like, I'm Marth. I'm the hero from my world. Yeah? What'd you do in your world? Okay, so you're just a pretty model. Got it. Okay, you don't actually have anything to say. You don't get to learn anything about anyone from the Fire Emblem universe through the game that was very clearly supposed to introduce you to the characters from the previous games. And like part of it would be really good if they like use some of the work and models that they did in there to like remake some of their old Fire Emblem games, because some of their old Fire Emblem games just aren't available in the West, right? They were never localized, or they're on like awkward platforms and systems. And well, yeah. Probably Eve. You probably remember me reacting to Colgate-chan. What are you doing there? Huh? What are you doing? Do I got a rock? What are you doing? They all want hugs. I didn't consent to hugs. Does this thing have any broken spots on it? Or do I just have to wish for the best? To be fair, that's all 8-bit stories had. I mean, you're not wrong, but even Marth's story has been expanded over the years, and they just didn't expand on it or even explain what his story was at all in Fire Emblem Engage. Looks like a boss room. I don't particularly want to go in there. Hey, Herfluxic, how's it going? I see you. Get out of here. Thank you. That's just another way of saying big protagonist energy. Yeah, if he wasn't a big Dorcas, maybe. But Martha's kind of a Dorcas. That's the entirety of Final Fantasy 1, 3, Dragon Quest 1 through 4, and Ghost Lion. I mean, so somebody commented recently on my Final Fantasy 3 review about how, like, I didn't understand RPGs of old because I said that Final Fantasy 3's story sucked. I think that's supposed to be a shortcut. And I was like, you know, I know what you're trying to say, but I still think Final Fantasy 2 has a better story than Final Fantasy 3. Final Fantasy 3's story is garbage. Oh, I just consumed something. Hi. Oh. Oh, that's good. Don't do that. You know what? What if I wasn't here anymore? Can you come up here? What if I was up here? Then what do you do? You whine. Okay. Because you're mean. Final Fantasy 2 is the weird one where it's like, who said you could tell a story? All we do is grind. How dare you have things? Doing good. Finally writing my bachelor's thesis. Oh, that's good. Congratulations. I hope it's going well. I wish you all of the success. I think Final Fantasy 3 has a worse story than 1. Final Fantasy 3's story is terrible. Like, it's utterly awful. And I'm like, I don't understand why what feels like extremely valid and rather well accepted criticism was like a negative point in my review. Oh, Jesus. Buddy. You know, I'm pretty sure we could get back here real easily, so we're just gonna fight him and die. Oh. No, don't worry, buddy. You got me. Final Fantasy 3 is so weird. It's Final Fantasy trying to beat Dragon Quest, and it's the best Dragon Quest clone, but just play Dragon Quest 3, which is better in every way. It's one of those rare games that I feel doesn't really serve a purpose outside of saying you played it. That's about as much as I can say after having played it, is I can say that I've played Final Fantasy 3. I don't even remember Final Fantasy 1 having a story. Final Fantasy 1's story was, you're the warriors of light. Go purify the crystals to save us, please. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Bye. And that's it. Final Fantasy 1's story is extremely simplistic. I mean, no, you've seen Final Fantasy 1's story, Athena. You were there through like the entire playthrough of freaking Stranger of Paradise. While that is technically Final Fantasy 0, it is also meant to additionally be Final Fantasy 1's story told in a 3D environment. Final Fantasy 1 story. Go save the princess. Oh shit, the bad guy did time compression. Go get the 4 crystals. Oh shit, I spoiled time compression. Yeah, you're about there. Goodbye. What's this? What's in the box? How much is what's in the box worth? A Legion plug is needed to craft Legion arms, which can be done at the Vanigny Vat craft machine. Consume a Legion caliper to modify Legion arms. Okay. And if you're like, wait a minute, but Stranger of Paradise's story was kind of fucking weird and shit. It's like, yeah, that's fine. That's pretty accurate, actually. What I like about Final Fantasy 1 story is that, first of all, it knows what it is and doesn't try to be more, which is definitely what they did with Stranger of Paradise. That game is unapologetically itself. Ow! You're a dick. Oh! Damn it! Put your fucking shield down, asshole. You dick. Oh. I am not left-handed. Ow. It's also really advanced compared to the 1 or 2 games before it, even though I think Dragon Quest 1 does its story the best. I mean, I think that's also part of why Final Fantasy took off in a way that Dragon Quest didn't, at least in the West, is that, like, especially, like, you know, as shitty as it is that they did the weird fucking Final Fantasy 2 in the West is actually Final Fantasy 4, and Final Fantasy 3 in the West was actually Final Fantasy 6. I think that was actually one of the things that contributed significantly to Final Fantasy's success, because they picked games that had really strong stories at the time that were doing things that not a lot of other games did. And I think that worked out really well in their favor to do it that way. Although, it's funny, though, because I say that, and I think that Final Fantasy V is actually one of the best games in the franchise. Like, after I finished Final Fantasy V, I was like, man, you know, if I wasn't such a fucking nerd for Final Fantasy VII, I would probably say that Final Fantasy V is my favorite Final Fantasy game. But the nostalgia factor is unconquerable for my brain when it comes to Final Fantasy, because, man, I just can't get past how much I love Final Fantasy VII. But Final Fantasy V was phenomenal. You big... Put your baiting arm away. That worked out way better than I thought it would. Oh! I win. I think the enemy's right-handed, perhaps. Also, Dragon Quest is really easy to copy. Final Fantasy isn't. Which is interesting, right? Because so many people think that Final Fantasy is really easy to copy. That they're like, man, they're just trying to rip off Final Fantasy. And I'm like, nobody can rip off Final Fantasy because nobody wants to. Because the shit that Final Fantasy gets away with, no other franchise is allowed to get away with, right? Like, they're only allowed to get away with the shit that they do because the words Final Fantasy are on the box. Dragon Quest market at the time was really flooded. They just lacked the charm of Dragon Quest. What is this thing? Oh, it's to call the elevator. Where do we think the elevator goes? To our doom. Both series are insanely influential in different ways. Like, well, I know that Dragon Quest is still insanely massive in Japan, arguably bigger than Final Fantasy is in Japan. But everywhere else, Final Fantasy is outdoes.
Archbishop Andreas once told me, always be true to myself.
Final Fantasy outdoes Dragon Quest. Can I explain how genius Dragon Quest is as an open world game? True JRPGs. There's a direct connection from Dragon Quest 1 to Grand Theft Auto 3, Elder Scrolls, etc. Oh, you mean the older Dragon Quest games? I wish Phantasy Star was a bit bigger. Yeah, I mean, you can attribute the failure, well, not the failure, but the lack of success when it comes to Phantasy Star, not to Phantasy Star, but to, man, I'm short 7. I am short 7. Good job, me. I feel like you can instead attribute the lack of Phantasy Star able to take over due to the failures of the Sega Saturn and the Sega Dreamcast. Because I think if the Sega Saturn and the Dreamcast, whichever one Phantasy Star was on, I can't remember because I never owned either of them, and they actually came out close enough together that my brain makes both of those systems the same exact thing. That if it wasn't for the Sega consoles struggling so damn hard, that they might have actually had a chance. Legion arm with the Legion plug. Use the Vanini craft machine at the hotel. That thing. Playing so many JRPGs, I can tell you most studios were not as talented as Square, and the ones that were couldn't sell enough for their budgets. Yeah, I can see that too. Lies of Urine. Yeah, definitely. So you said I can craft things here. Oh, okay. I can craft the other arms. Which arm? Did we even want any of these arms? I haven't been using my arm like at all. We're currently using the Flame Burgee one. Because it's just fire. But landmine. That lets us throw decay on enemies. A shield. Maybe the shield is just like an extra block. Because it looks like it'll also help with damage. Because, like, you could just use it when it's available to be like, yeah, I'm going to eat your attack and get some extra damage and probably some extra stagger on you. Sure, we'll try it. Oh, well, that's really good, too. How do I equip this? Switch Legion on. Shield. Sure. Oh, Fanny with a hat swap. Thank you, Fanny. It was the Mega Drive. No idea what it was called in the US. I don't know. The Genesis? Okay. The Genesis did really well. It was the problem, like, but it was the Saturn and the, whatever the other one is called. Sega Saturn and the Sega Dreamcast. Neither of them did well. Phantasy Star was one of the big series back in the day, but they just stopped. Switched online where people weren't trying to buy modems for their GameCubes and pay 35 cents a minute. I mean, Phantasy Star Online is still doing pretty well for itself somehow. I mean, Phantasy Star Online 3, which is instead called Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, is doing pretty well. That's just a little too tight. Let me loosen it. Let me loosen it. Okay. Got ourselves a new arm. Masks. And I want to replay Phantasy Star 1. I've never actually played any of the Phantasy Star games. I should at some point. Although I'm pretty impressed at how much Sega has bounced back, because Sega like had a lot of like falling apart. Hello?
I'm surprised to see who's, well, alive.
You are.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Cecile, and I serve the Archbishop. I'm the only one left. Everyone's dead. From the petrification disease, or from the monsters. I didn't die. But my heart breaks more each day.
Thank you for the lurk, Fanny.
Can you do me a kindness? Bring me the holy mark from the Archbishop's quarters. The Archbishop was a true saint. He was my savior. If I write his words into my heart, maybe it'll give me the strength to carry on. I can't die. But perhaps this can help me live again. Please, bring me the holy mark as quickly as you can.
Okay. It's like the texture on this thing didn't finish loading. Like, even for what's clearly supposed to be like a smooth marble, I feel like the LOD just didn't kick in fully. You'd probably like the first one if you're in the mood for an old school JRPG. You might like 4, 2 and 3 can burn. Dang. What'd they do to you? Artist was just shit, or maybe they were a genius. You ever think of that? Maybe they were so good that they made it look bad. Oh God, oh Jesus. I'm fine. Ew! Ew! That's disgusting. What? Quit it. Stop it. Bad. It looks like death. Oh. Ew. Place is disgusting. I think most things in this area look like death. I mean, perhaps. I don't want to touch that. That doesn't look safe, dog. Oh, hi. Got to use the trusty redfall technique. Oh God! Oh, the gross poop bubbles hurt. You. This is why the cathedral was built and remembered. Pilgrims worship the merciful angel. Aha. I need out of the gross water. Oh, hi. What are you up to? I don't want to play with another one of you. You guys are assholes. Is it just you? Yeah, it's just you. Okay. It helps a little bit. There was something else in this room. This. Aw, it still builds up even if you jump. But I wasn't in the water. Oh. My weapon's about to break. Oh, well, that happened. Oh. Shit. Fuck off. Jesus. Ew! His head came off. Summertime. Oh, that was a lovely sound. Where do we think this goes? Please be a shortcut. You're going the wrong. I'm pretty sure you're going the wrong direction to be a shortcut. Go back. If I was slashed as violently as you did to him, I think my head would also come off. I mean, I think if you look like him, you're no...
I can't find the way out. Monsters everywhere. I need to grab my share and leave.
I don't suppose you just want to talk.
Oh. Oh, that's odd. I thought I was the only one with a sound mind here. Sure I don't need to introduce myself? Note these golden wings? Yes, you guessed it. You don't know who I am. Preposterous! Everyone in Krat has heard of me. Do you live under a rock? I'm Alidoro the Hound. Treasure hunter extraordinaire. Yes, it's a nickname. I ditched my real name in the past. I'm looking for other survivors of this disaster, but it's been a lonely search, and there's danger around every corner.
Your weapon's sweet.
Do you know of a place where I can take refuge?
Yeah.
Preferably someplace clean and comfortable, you know. Civilized. Hotel Krat. Of course. A haven for all. And it's still safe and sound, you say? I have a lot of searching ahead of me, so why don't I lighten my load? Consider this an act of charity. A thank you gift. Take it.
Thanks.
Since you're so helpful, I'll give you a peek at my collection. Show me what you're...
Okay, what you got? Kill strong enemies to gain rare ergo. Alidoro is a treasure hunter who collects this rare ergo. You can exchange it for Alidoro's precious weapons or amulets. How much do we have? Oh, okay. This is the boss trader. This is where we give him the stuff from the boss, and he gives us stuff back. This is the boss soul guy. Got it. My guy, everyone is dead. No one knows you. Also, I'm not real, so I don't know you either. You were honest? Yeah, we've been honest this whole game. Outside of the time that they made us lie. The very first, like, time that you have to make a decision and they force you to lie and they show that there's some sort of consequence for that. Forgot if I told you, the guy I got to play Final Fantasy 7 and 10 instead of 16 is playing 10-2 now. I might have overcorrected. Yeah, you definitely overcorrected. Why would you do that? All right, what do we have here? We have 3 weapons and 3 amulets, but they share resources. So if we get the weapon, we can't get the amulet, and so on and so forth. So it is a great sword that... 7 explosions. Has an interesting fable art on it. And you are not allowed to disassemble it. That's interesting. You have to use it as it comes. Physical attack. Strong downward blow. When you cut downward, multiple explosions will deal damage to the enemy in front of you. Pretty good. Okay. What does the amulet do? Enables dodging even with low stamina. That's pretty good. How many amulets are we allowed to wear at once? Is it only 1? I need to go check. Etiquette. Also can't disassemble it. It's a umbrella. It follows the dagger type. All right. Gather your strength for a big forward piercing attack. Absolute counterattack. Perfectly block the enemy's attack temporarily. Right after a successful guard, use Fable Arts to trigger a successful attack. Okay. High Sword of the Ark. Patient Smash and Altar. Gather your strength for a strong hit. Hold down the attack button to activate a stronger attack. Transforms the length of the handle. After transforming, stamina consumption is reduced temporarily. Sounds pretty good. What's the description of this? Precious 7-coil spring sword that was stored in the workshop tower. Even Gephetto could not replicate this fine masterpiece. 7 somethings on 7 blades. The text that remained engraved on the eastern relic inspired the workshop technicians to make a masterpiece for this generation. A self-defense weapon adored by the leader of the bastards. It can be disguised as an umbrella, but it bares its teeth in the moment of attack. Social dignity can be seen not only in the ballroom, but also on the battlefield. The leader of the bastards did not lose his poise on either stage. A special greatsword that was lying asleep in the St. Frangelico Cathedral can transform between a special greatsword and a glaive. Oh. The Archsaintus' weapon was reproduced for puppet use, and it made a grand appearance at Krat events. However, its legendary holiness could not be reproduced. That sounds sweet. I actually like and use the Holy Sword of the Ark. Yeah, that sounds freaking cool. So what are the amulets, though? Enables dodging even with low stamina. That sounds really good. Increases weapon attack in proportion to a number of fable slots. Okay. Upon a successful perfect guard, temporarily increases damage inflicted by weapon attack. Well, damn it, but that's really good too. I'd have to choose between that and the weapon, though. And that weapon sounds really cool. I think I'm going to get that weapon. I can't get this now. I need to check and see how many equipment. We have 2 amulet slots.
Since you're so helpful, I'll...
I think I'm just going to get both of these. Because the equipment we have just increases damage specifically on puppets, which is meh. And then what's this other one? Increases max HP. What's our HP right now? Character info. HP 423. How much does it increase our HP? Oh, we are fucking overweight with those, because apparently those amulets weigh a ton. 396. So that was a difference of what, 27 HP? These things weigh a freaking million. Let me see what the stat is. Damage 169 plus 46 versus 169 plus 46 versus just literally anything else. 169 plus 46. I didn't see a change. It didn't change. So because I have no Legion slots filled up, is it based on how many you have filled? Increases weight limit. Well, it didn't help that much. Still slightly heavy. Well, we'll leave it right there for now. I do want to wear the one that says that I can dodge while low stamina, because that just sounds like a good idea. Of course, I say that, and I just used that when I didn't mean to. Oh, well. And so, you know, I say that, you know, dodging on low stamina sounds like a good idea, but I don't dodge much. I mostly just go for the perfect dodges, because, not the perfect dodges, the perfect guards, because that just seems to be the right answer, is to just, if you can, perfect guard. The only time you really dodge is if it's a red attack. Open this. Thank you. All right, where are we going now? We need to go this way, I guess. I need a stargazer sometime. Was there not a stargazer anywhere up there? That felt like where there should have been. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Why are you like this? This looks safe. Gross. Ew! Stop it. Hey, the holy mark. Workshop Union strengthening frame. Oh, that's equipment. Why you gotta weigh so much? It weighs a lot more. Still keeps us at only slightly heavy though. If it doesn't put us into the next rank of weight, then it's fine. Ew! Ew! That's disgusting. Okay. Oh. Sweet. Well, oh, I can probably open that door. I was like, I really want to go back to that stargazer, though. I can probably open this, and then I have made it full circle. Good job, Pinocchio. Very proud. Well, I don't have enough for a level, but, I'll take my heals back. We got to be getting close to a boss at some point. I sing praise for a new saint has arrived. I, Saint Andreas, will something. That's to summon help. Found the boss. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's a boss room. Oh. I saw you earlier. You doing okay, Archbishop? What you got underneath that mask? Oh, yeah? Oh, you look great. Oh, God. Ow. Okay. Ah. Oh. Trying to figure out what you do. Oh man, I do not actually know how this fucking shield works. There it goes. Okay. Okay, I see. Ow. Get back here. I tried to like get out of the way. It did not work. You are weird. Yeah, I love you too. Love you too. Oh, he's... It's like he's in a staggerable state. Ow. I'm dead. Ooh, no, I'm not. Probably should be, but I'm not. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. All right. Pretty good for a first attempt. Pretty good. Thankfully, the run on this one is a joke. In that there just isn't a run. I don't know if, like, I don't think help is necessary at all on this fight. I also don't know if it'd be any use. Ow. Oops. That's how it goes, isn't it? You do pretty well on your first attempt, and your second one, he's like, yeah, but you didn't learn anything. And you're like, I guess I didn't. I apologize. Please, sir, may I have another? Hi. Damn. Ow. Ow. Stop that. Bad. Stop it. Nobody ever taught you manners, huh? Stop that. Okay. Did it. Well. Did we? You got 2 phases, buddy? Oh. Oh. You have no face. Yeah?
I'm the one with age.
No, you're not. Xanatos! Severoth! Oh, he had a backswing. Oh, God. I was like, I don't know what he's doing.
Answer me, sinner. I will take you under my wing.
Ow. God damn it. I needed to heal and I got distracted by the need to heal and then, yeah. Yeah. Be fine. Although, question, where's that chick? Cecilia. She over here? Where was she? She's right here. Here, I have the thing.
Thank you. Just seeing the Archbishop's holy mark renews my spirit. It's a reminder of the quiet power of faith. I'll remember this forever, Stalker.
Well, good luck. I'm gonna go kill him now. Or at least try to. I'm gonna try to. I need to remember to use my shield more too. Sure. I'm curious to see just how quickly this this little AI helper just gets like kapummeled in the fight. Ow. Ow. What? There we go. All right, good luck, buddy. Damn it, fell for that fucking twice. Ow! Ow. Spectre's dead. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, God. Oh, no. It's like, I don't know what's happening. Oh, it don't matter. You're dead. Okay, that's cool. That was good. Okay, I don't feel like the stalker helped, like, at all. Not in a meaningful way. Like, we were able to burst down phase 1 faster, but after that, like, it actually in some ways was a detriment because it made it harder to see what the boss was telegraphing. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, God. Good start. Good, real strong start. Cool. It's like, I think we're dead because I'm stuck up against the wall. I can't get away. Yeah. All right, so we've gotten through phase 1. Phase 2, we've gotten to 50% and died to a weird eldritch laser beam thing. So that's good. Hello, sir. May I have another? Again? Again? Not like that. Hello? You like that? I liked it too. You're a weird laser beam, whatever I said. I believe it. Ow. Ow. Hey. Hey, buddy. Can we not burn through 2 of my friggin' health vials, like, in one go? Can I help you? Ow. Buddy, I need those. I need those for your boss. Because all I'm doing is killing your booty right now. Ow. Okay. Oh. Hold up a minute. This isn't Final Fantasy 14. It's not. I will return to Final Fantasy 14 at some point, though. I need to play through the rest of 2.1 through 4 so that I can actually go to Heaven's Ward. But that takes time. Got next pack coming up this summer? Yeah, you're right. It doesn't mean like anything to me because I've only beaten 2.0 and that's it. Hey, buddy. You like that? I do. What are you doing? What, dude? Oh, that was good timing on my part, huh? All right. All right, we managed to get to phase 2 with 4 healing vials.
Only I can sense the presence of God.
Yeah, you giving me your butt back? Oh. Oh. Hate that for me too. Oh, well, I didn't expect that to frickin' murder me the way that it did. You know what? Let's just... Fuck! He moved so far. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Woo! Oh, God. Oh no. Woo-hoo-hoo! Please don't have a phase 3. Oh, okay. Well, we got an achievement, so that means he doesn't have a phase 3. Oh. I feel my heart rate going.
And now, the stage is set.
Did I fucking miss something? I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't remember anything about any of all that bullshit from when we played before.
Back to the old Krat. The old me. Before the greed overtook me.
Man, we lived with so much health. Look at that. So much HP. Where's the thing that Goldilocks wanted? This guy. I guess we just haven't gotten all the way there yet. Because I think they said that the thing that he needs, the relic, the fruit that looks like gold coins, I think they said that that was at the top of the castle, and we're definitely not quite to the top yet. I think that dude was sitting on the top of the castle. Can expand Polendina's shop.
Welcome to Hotel. Welcome to Hotel.
There you go.
This is a supply box, officially approved by the city of Krat. I shall open it and add it to the hotel shop. Many thanks, good sir.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hotel.
What do you got? What's the new stuff? I don't remember what you had before, so this won't be super helpful to me, but you got some quartz and an apple. Okay. Yeah, all right. Where did our sprightly gentleman... Oh, I can pet a kitty now. Oh, well, kind of. More than before.
Oh, it's you. This hotel is indeed a refuge from the dangers of the outside world. I am the Hound, a descendant of the city's most aristocratic families. Repaying debts is what we nobles do.
Oh yeah, is that what it is?
Anyone with a worthy spirit is especially welcome. Accordingly, I shall give you the honor of laying eyes upon my treasure.
So...
However, you must prove your worthiness. For this legendary treasure, the ego of a powerful enemy shall suffice. It's up to you if you want to make the exchange. Take your time to admire it. I've certainly done likewise.
Are you coming on to me? All right, Twisted Angels, ergo. We can get a Trident of the Covenant. This ritual trident was lying asleep in the relic of Trismegistus. It is presumed to have once belonged to a great warrior who served an ancient king. The warrior of the sea vowed to protect the people from the cursed relic. He kept his vow even when his skin was mashed until it was green. It's a blunt type, two-handed. Interesting. Or has a chance of none being consumed when using pulse cells. What's a pulse cell? Isn't that just the thing that powers up our special abilities that we don't use? Isn't that pulse? Like, if it had a chance of not consuming our healing item, I would have been like, yeah. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. That's Fable. It's a Fable catalyst, not a pulse cell. All right. Fable, pulse.
That stalker? Wow. I didn't know he was still alive. Thank heavens. I haven't seen him in person, and I don't know how I'd react. How do you thank the man who saved your life? I'm so glad that someone so kind has reached safety. And speaking of safety, please take care of yourself out there.
You thank him by servicing his weapon.
You're not the only one who's curious. Most people get around to asking where I'm from.
I didn't ask.
My looks give it away, don't they? Suffice it to say, I'm from the country of the morning, beyond the ocean.
Funny.
But I wouldn't be much of a tour guide. All I know about it is their weapons. My family was a house of weapons specialists. It's quite a reputation to live up to. They almost took charge of planning for the grand exhibition. But that's their reputation, not mine. And they deserted me when I was little. I don't even know who they are. And my reputation is my own. I suppose my only connection to them would be weapons. So I'm an orphan, and that hardly makes me exotic and Krat. Can I help you with anything else?
You can't upgrade these. Interesting. Dark Moon Moonstone of the Covenant. All right, well, let me equip that and play around with it. Equipment, swap this for this. Go out here. Jeez. Kind of just keep swinging those. Woo-hoo. The heavy. And then this should swap it. Is this what we're calling a scythe? So it does less damage but consumes less stamina in this form and has more reach. What do we have built up on our arm? What is that? Thank you for the lurk, Prinny. No, it's what we're calling a glaive. Sure. Help if I wasn't inept. I kind of wish that it didn't take juice to switch its form. Does it stay in that form? No, it doesn't. Okay.
I know my way around.
Yeah, I would like you to upgrade this, I think. Yeah. And I don't know yet. We'll wait on that one.
The cathedral. Maybe those who went there seeking refuge became monsters somehow. But the petrification disease turns you to stone, not into a monster. I'm worried about the Malam district, just below the cathedral. I wonder whether there are monsters there, too.
Probably. Oh, I was like, why are we so heavy? It's because of that other weapon. Yeah, because that thing weighs a lot.
You're full of change. I wish I was back in Krat before the petrification disease. Before the disaster. Krat was a city of light. A city of joy. I wish I could go back. Even just for one day.
Gets us some more attack. I think actually it's time for us to start getting some more stamina up in here. Definitely felt like I could have used more stamina in that fight. Not that we had an issue like completing that fight, but more stamina would have been nice. Gephetto! Father!
Daddy!
A victim of the petrification disease turned into a monster. That's just tragic. Could the disease lead to puppet frenzy? No, that doesn't make sense. Remember, puppets cannot get the disease.
Are you sure?
But puppets shouldn't frenzy either. I made them to obey and protect humans, not go berserk and harm them.
Well, we've seen how well that went.
Stalkers blame me. They think I worked with the alchemists to spread the disease to puppets.
Did you?
How sad. All this resentment, with a lie at the root of it. That's why my only wish is that you stay a good boy. No resentment. No lies.
Okay. Well, we're doing our best so far, outside of the lie I had to tell to get into this building, but we're not going to worry about that one. Gran! Gran.
That book reminds me. Have you ever heard who?
People have no idea so many secrets are buried in Krat. Thanks for keeping me company. What are you curious about?
Nothing. We've already had those conversations. You have anything new to say, Inventor Man?
I've been investigating the puppet frenzy, and it looks like I need your help.
The Nini.
First, let me show you a little something I've been working on. I call it the Ergo Wavelength Decoder. The name lacks a certain flair, but I assure you it works. If my suspicions are correct, something in the puppet's very ergo is causing their aggression. My decoder can find malicious signals within the waves, but I cannot possibly get close enough.
V, thank you so much for the 20 months. Give me those Bezos bucks. Thank you for the lurk and the listen as well.
On the other hand, would you? Could you? I refuse to believe the King of Puppets is truly behind this puppet rampage. It's too simple, but also a bit too much even for him. No. I suspect the ergo itself is corrupted, or at least compromised. I do so desperately want to find the cause, as I'm sure you do too, my friend. It breaks my heart to see puppets turned into murderous tools of bloodshed.
Dude's got a typewriter on his arm. Like, it's literally just a typewriter. It's also what he just gave us.
I always will.
Are we supposed to equip it? And I'm doing wealthy. No, not there. Is it like a key item? Yeah. Okay, so just fight shit and it'll do its job. Understood. Let's go deeper. Does the Legion arm consume stamina when it blocks? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that. What does this button do? No, we were supposed to go up. Path of the Pilgrim. Yeah, we definitely didn't get the thing that Dude Bro wanted. Oh. Resident Evil. It's really Resident Evil. What the shit, guys? Hey, you drop stuff.
Once, Krat was just a small town on the coast of little importance. Before Elysian Boulevard was built, this place literally was all there was of Krat. But when some in the city prospered, they left the old town behind. Through isolation and neglect, Krat's first incarnation became nothing but dangerous alleys and desperate slums. On the bright side, I guess, the whole city of Krat's pretty much like that now. The old town caught up with the new. It's true what they say. A receding tide sinks all boats.
Smiling bunny mark. Child who is blessed to their family lies here. May they rest in peace. What's that stargazer? There's a stargazer right here, but there was one back the other way too. I'm confused. Does this need activated from the other side? Yeah, okay. So glad I missed like all of those. That was good. It was a good use of our stamina and resources and energy. All right, there's a bear trap down here. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Yep, it's right there. Oh, god damn it. Oh! How dare you? Acidic crystal spear blade and acidic spear handle. All right, who wants to fall on me next? Thank you. You're too kind, really. Oh, Jesus, hi. Oh. Oh, hang on just a second. Yeah, just a second. Like, just a moment. Hang on. I gotta finish killing this weird, horrible mutant demon bear thing. Or dying to it. One of those is gonna happen. I lopped its frickin' head off. Okay. Hang on. We're gonna go over here real quick, and I will be right back. If I don't get crushed by something else. Okay, hang on. Be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I needed to go see Athena off real quick. Athena is headed to the practice. Practice. Wanted to go tell her bye. All right, let's go see what horrible thing awaits us next, shall we? How about another dog? You don't look so good, mate. Why are you barking at that? Star! Hi, Star. How are you? How goes things? How goes life? How are you feeling? How's your lovies? How's your body treating you? Is your body being nice to you? I don't remember what that means when Gemini glows red. What does that mean? Going? Super sick last week. Oh, that's what it means. It's one of these things. Ah! Same with Elle. Just super excited to go see John in April. He's doing good. I'm glad to hear that. That's good. Well, I'm not glad to hear that you were sick, but I'm glad to hear that things relatively are going well and that you get to go on a trip to see your lovey in April. That's fun. How's work going? Work going all right? I know you got to do some cool stuff towards the end of last year. We're good. We had a whole bunch of life stuff happen through the end of the year, which is why I just stopped streaming entirely for like 3 months. Like from like mid-September till now. I was like, all right, well, oh God. Oh, you're bigger and stronger. So, I had to, you know, deal with a whole bunch of life stuff and... Oh God, you had another hit in there. Oh God, you had even more. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Stop it. You're awful. Goodbye. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of life stuff. I got a promotion and had to do like that changed around the way a lot of like work balance stuff goes and holidays and trip to Japan and stuff. So it was like, all right, well, we're just gonna take a short little breaky break from content creation for like 3 months and then reestablish ourselves when the year starts back up. But things are starting to settle back down into a normal rhythm and routine, which means that we can start to figure out where content creation like fits in there through everything else. Hi, what are you doing? Here's some lovely sounds. Friends are abound. Don't know where the friends are, but I hear them. So like I'll for sure be streaming on Fridays and Sundays, and then the other day will be Tuesday and or Thursday. But Power Couple's kind of in like a hiatus right now until we figure out what's going on in terms of if we can find a opportunity for me and Athena to stream together. Athena's still likely going to be streaming on Wednesdays and most like the Saturdays that she can stream on, but she'll be busy a lot of Saturdays because roller derby has started back up. And while there isn't practice on Saturdays, games take place on Saturday, and there's been a lot of stuff in that realm planned. I don't really want to drop into that hole. Yeah, we went to Japan for a little over 2 weeks. Went and visited some family there. We went to Okinawa specifically. That was really cool. We had a really fantastic time. Interesting. Okay, there's a way out in there. Okay, so we can drop in there. We might get punished for it, but we can go in there. But Athena should still be streaming on Wednesdays, and when available, I'll be streaming with Athena on her channel on Saturdays. I'll be streaming on Friday and Sunday, and when I can on Tuesday and Thursday, which will just kind of depend on how there is even treasure to be found in a collapsing shack. Find out what happened to the greedy couple. Okay. It'll just kind of depend on some scheduling stuff and stuff between Athena and the kid, and if we get the chance to stream with Athena to start doing Power Couple again, we absolutely will, but have to figure out if that's actually possible in one way or another. What collapsing shack? Oh. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come this way. No, 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 no. Oh! Oh, my God. Oh, God! Well, hi. Oh my God. I was hoping to find this door before I died, but we didn't get there, which means we have to go all the way around now. That's fine. Having a hard time with work-life balance right now. It's hard, especially because like especially when you're wanting to do content creation as well. Please don't say the bear respawned. Oh, the bear respawned. Oh God. The bear respawned. Good to know. Means if we die again on this little journey here, we're gonna have to fight the bear again. Not looking forward to that. But like, that's the thing. Like, I also realized that kind of the things that I was doing on my schedule last year just weren't really sustainable. Mostly just from like a health perspective, because it was like I was doing 40 hours of work a week and then also trying to take care of my kid, which involves a whole lot of stuff because of her needing taken to places. Oh man, you respawn too. This sucks. And then trying to find time to spend with the family while still like maintaining the house. And then I was doing upwards of like 20 hours plus of content creation a week. So, like, content creation already, if you're taking it even mildly seriously, is a part-time job, but working 40 hours a week and trying to do some of this other stuff. Ow. So I feel like when you're trying to grow as a content creator, so often you're like really wanting to do a lot of the stuff that you see other people doing, but the stuff that other people is doing, they don't have to go to a day job because content creation is their job. So they just have so much more time than you. I'm just gonna leave him down there and see if I go this way, if I can get to that door. Because I'm wondering if that door is over here, like up there. I wonder if that door's up there. If I can figure out how to get up there. That's a whole other question, isn't it? That's why you stop streaming for a few weeks. Work, school, family, personal, mental health. It's a circus. It really is. And it's one of the most difficult things to balance, especially if you're trying to do things on multiple platforms. Because, like, even just finding the time to stream is one thing. And then over here, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to make YouTube videos, too, and try to maintain social media presence. And I'm like, oh, that's just... Okay, I was like, I was waiting for it to go down, which would be the exact opposite direction that I wanted and needed it to go. Okay, that door should be right here. Sweet. Means next time we die to the big angry rage monster, we'll not have to run as far, and I don't have to fight the horrible bear again. Wish you didn't stop when... You know, if there's a reason that you weren't able to keep doing content creation, Star, I feel like the big C might be a pretty legitimate one. Not saying it doesn't suck, but I feel like you got one of the few arguments that can be made, you know? Is there anything here? I feel like the answer, actually, no, we're going to go back. We're going to go to the Stargazer. We're going to spend our ergo because we have enough to at least get 1 level, probably closer to 2. And that way, as I'm fighting the big nasty monster, I don't have to worry about my souls. Just don't have it in you with a 40-hour work week. I mean, yeah, I totally get it because, I mean, also, I mean, even, you know, cancer aside, you're not the same person that you were back then, and your responsibilities life-wise have changed, and that, you know, affects everything. Okay, so the thing that he needs, I don't think is here. I think we need to go back and figure out where that thing that he needs is. Because he said it was in the castle. At, like, the top, and I didn't find it. I have to go look again. We'll go look after, like, we'll go get a level or 2 here, and then we'll go look.
I'll use my power to help you.
How short are we another level? Quite a bit. Enough that I'm not going to use Rainy Day Ergo to level up, and instead when we go look for this dude's bauble, we'll see if we can't find it in there. Wait, somebody here wants to talk to us. You want to talk to us. What do you want?
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price. Every item is a treasure of distinguished quality and superior provenance. Oh dear. This is the mark of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, a notorious band of stalkers. The Stalkers as a unified force ceased to be after their defeat at the Battle of the Workshop Tower. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood took over the Marlem district after that. I believe you could use this mark to move safely whilst on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's turf, to use their unsophisticated vernacular, and give you entree to the black market as well. But be careful, sir. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood is quite infamous for how they treat interlopers. If they catch you, they'll put you in the liar's coffin. Yes, I believe it is as unpleasant as it sounds.
I'm pretty sure that's from the trailer.
And I see we have new physical records to catalog for the collection. Such effort deserves commensurate reward, don't you think?
Thanks. Although it's also an interesting thing to be a content creator right now, because like a lot of the content creators that we looked up to for the longest time, they're quitting right now. And like they've been doing content creation for like 10, 14 years and have been on the top of their game and have made a ton of money and stuff over that time. So, you know, they've been doing it as a full-time job or as 2 full-time jobs, depending on how hard they're going, and have been doing that for a really long time. So they're just not necessarily getting burnt out, but they're just, you know, like ready to retire. And that's perfectly fine. You know, we've seen a lot of people like across multiple different spectrums, whether that's like PewDiePie or MatPat or Tom Scott, or there's a whole host of people you can be like, oh, or people getting canceled for being shitbags. That happens a lot too, completionist. And so, you know, with where do I think this is? Where do I think that this thing is that this guy needs? I think it's up. They said it was at the top. I don't know if you can get much higher than up here, but we'll see. And so one of the things that I always like tell people to keep in mind is when you see these big creators quit, like it may be disappointing to see one of your favorite creators quit, but that's not actually a reason that you need to think that, you know, like, should you quit? Because one of the things about when other people quit is, what's this item in here? When you see these bigger creators quit, is that those viewers don't just leave the platform, right? Records you obtain while playing the game can be played using the gramophone at the hotel. You can listen to the music on the records to obtain humanity. I'm a sinner who murdered innocent people in the past. I couldn't suppress the monster in me. Only the Archbishop saved me. Of course, he was a human who makes mistakes. Even saints succumb to wealth and power, but at least I can live as myself, and that's a huge blessing. So yes, I believe that he was a saint. Now you open the second path. Thank you for letting me live as a human, not a monster. Farewell, Cecil. Okay. Those viewers need to go somewhere. And, you know, when like PewDiePie left, did the people that watch PewDiePie leave to go watch, you know, like Tyler One or Markiplier or, you know, Tommy Innit or whatever? Yeah, probably. But, you know, some people just really don't like those people. And so they'll look for someone new to watch. And that's an opportunity for them to potentially come to watch you. Are they going to? Nah, that's not something that you can predict or claim. But there's more people watching a lot of stuff on the internet all the time, and there's a chance that it could be you and your content. And that's also part of one of the reasons why that they say it's really important to try to diversify your platform and have your stuff on as many places as possible so that you have a better chance of people having eyes on you. No one explains how tiring it gets, how hard it is when it's full-time. I mean, even when you're just trying to make it like legitimately part-time, it is. Is that what I need? I need a thing. I need a fruit or some shit. I don't know where it is. Could be this thing. No. Changing up your content this year. I love makeup and have tons on the do makeup content in video games. That's a good idea. Makeup content seems to do really good on short form, so YouTube Shorts and TikTok and stuff. This went up, right? This went to where we found the hound guy. I wonder if what we need's up here. But Merryweather, if anyone, if that rings any bells at all, Merryweather creates a lot of comics. At least that's what they were originally known for. They'd have their comics posted that they themselves draw. They're now a VTuber, and they also now actually own and run a VTubing agency that they themselves created and funded. They're completely independent still, which is super awesome, right? Like, congratulations to them. That looks like I'm supposed to be able to explore it at some point. So I wonder if I have to come back later to get the thingy-majigger that I need. And one of the things that Merryweather was talking about is that one of the things that they attribute to their own success was their sheer amount of persistence of posting their content everywhere. And they don't just mean like the big places. Like, they didn't just post it onto Twitter and to YouTube and to Instagram. Like, they showed the like 18 different platforms that they post their content on. Now, I will say, when they're posting one comic a week, it's a lot easier to do that because that's a lot of time that is spent to posting that. Whereas, like, you know, when I was doing daily or even twice daily videos, the amount of time that it would take me to post the video or the link to the video on 20 platforms would be a job in and of itself. But regardless, their idea was like, you know, if I only get 5 likes on the platform, and if I only get 5 likes and only 20 people see it, if that's 20 people that didn't see it before and 5 people that liked it that hadn't seen my content before that now like my content and might be looking forward to seeing my content again, that slowly grows like exponentially time over time over time until you finally have actually gotten somewhere. And, you know, and they're just their own independent creator that runs a VTubing agency now. Merryweather doesn't draw the comics ever, or not anymore? Because didn't they used to? I'll read the rest of your message. They're a script writer. They have a number of artists that they have hired to bring their scripts to comic form and that work in their company. But yeah, Mary does a lot. Did they used to do the art? Or has that always been the way that they've done it? Never? Man. How? I'm thinking about that from a cost perspective, right? Of like, if you're paying the artists, unless you already had money, how? Did they have like a friend that drew it? He started out slowly and took on lots of jobs from what I understand. I don't know. Now I'm curious about how that worked. I didn't know that part of the history of Merryweather. I just like, I feel like I fairly assumed that they did the drawing, but I guess I, you know, should check my assumptions from time to time. Where'd this dude go? I don't remember where they were. Of course, also, like, the other thing is like, I'm thinking of the artists that I follow and their commission rates. And some of them, their commissions are so far out of the realm of what I consider budgetable. And I mean, they're always booked, which power to them and power to the people that can afford to commission them, because that's amazing. Because some of these artists, rightfully, I'm not saying that they don't deserve to be paid, but, you know, they charge like $2,000 a commission, and like, if you get paid for it, fucking go for it, right? But I can't be throwing $2,000 at a commission, and I consider myself to have a pretty damn well-paying job. But, you know, when Mary first started 10 plus years ago, the commission rates might have been significantly lower, or they found an artist or two that their commission rates were significantly lower, so. Where was this dude? Is he out here? This way? Down here? Down there. Yeah. I know some of the artists that work with him and one of the people who does the management of the company lettering for the comics. Interesting. So what did you want? Oh, I have the note. I thought I had to come here to read the note.
Many substances can be poisonous. The precise dose is what separates medicine from poison. The gold coin fruit might just be a myth. But in the midst of an epidemic, it might be our salvation. Can you let me know if you find it? I'll give you this by way of payment.
Oh. Thanks? There are various kinds of wish stones which can be equipped to cubes. Using cubes consumes wish stones. You can equip a wish stone to a cube and replenish it through Giangio or a stargazer.
The people of ancient, they claimed special powers after distilling the wish into a cube made from a meteorite. I don't know how it works, but it's said to react to someone who has ergo and grant them power. If you can help me with the gold coin tree, I'll give you more of this. Seems there's a new threat every day, friend. And no safe place in the world. No place to just take a breath. I'm headed to the St. Frangelico Cathedral. Perhaps find some peace there. If you find the gold coin tree, please find me there. The people of ancient...
Okay, you already said this. Okay. Okay, so I just needed to talk to him more, I guess. Well, thank you for that information, Fee. That's cool to know, but also, like, immediately from, like, a logistical and cost perspective, just raises so many questions on my own part, but they're questions that I will forget by the time I'm going to bed tonight, and then will no longer think about tomorrow, but it'll probably pop into my head every time I see one of Mary's comics now. If you ever see comments on his stuff or in the credits on the comics and notice the name Reyna, Kaz, or Careless, they're two of the people you know. Okay, cool. Have a good night, Star. Thank you for popping in. Thanks for chatting. I always like chatting, especially about stuff that I have like a significant interest in, which obviously content creation is one of those. I hope you have a good night. I hope things go well and you find things well for you. And next time I see you, whether it's on my stream or yours, hope you have a good time. Ow. Okay, so where is he located now? He said he was going to the cathedral, but where in the cathedral? Is he in the library? I'm surprised he didn't go to the hotel. Bye. Is he in here? Well, his little head will pop back up on one of them at some point, likely after I find some sort of inkling of the gold coin fruit. I just finished... I was trying to figure out where the gold coin fruit for Giangio was, And then I was like, well, let me go back and talk to him. And then I talked to him like 7 times, and he gave me a cube with like a wish stone in it and talked to me about some stuff. And then he was like, well, I'm going to go to the cathedral. I'll talk to you later. And I was like, okay. And then I went to the cathedral and I didn't see him there. And I realized I need to burn more time. Because I need to go back, and I have either enough to level up, or I'm a scotch shy of having enough to level up. Let me run down the street and kill like a dog and a couple of people, and just to secure that is there a way I can check? Oh, I remember how to check. It turns blue when you have enough to level up. So it means I don't have enough right now. Ow! Oh, God. Bad puppy. There we go. Now we have enough.
I'll use my power.
What are we gonna go for? I think I still want some more stamina. All right. He said the gold coin fruit was at the top of the cathedral, and we definitely didn't get to the top. Of course, there was some dude doing weird, crazy, like, star science, calling down the ion cannon from Command and Conquer on top of the cathedral, so we'll have to catch up with that guy later. Yo, Pinocchio. How's your nose? Does Pinocchio's nose in this game get bigger if you lie a shitload? You don't actually get that many opportunities to lie, so probably not, but I'm curious all the same. Got to clear the area so that we can fight the big guy. But there's so many little guys that I don't want them interfering. All right. That, need the slum shack key, huh? Oh, God damn it. Ow. Fuck. You suck. Thank you for the key. Hi. What did the couple in the collapsed shack have? They had a corrosion resistance converter. Yeah, it gives us a bunch of acid resistance. What do we lose though? So it weighs a bit more. It doesn't weigh too much though. Otherwise we lose just a little bit of fire resistance. That's about it. It's just a little bit of fire resistance, but otherwise it's better in basically every way outside of it weighing more. Do 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 do. Yeah, okay. Let's go this way. Since he so kindly opened the door for us. Is that another bear? No, it's a dog. Well, you coming down here or what? Yeah, you like that? I liked that. That felt great. Anyone else jumping down from the heavens above to ruin my day? Not yet, huh? Okay. I'll take bridges that you shouldn't trust for 400, Alex. All right, let's die. Okay, I don't know how we didn't. That definitely looks like one of the bridges that just collapses under your feet, but that's because it collapses on the way back. Oh, okay, never mind. Come on. What's that? He's a big boy.
Test 1, 2, 1, 2. We have a schedule update for the intruder. It's time. Tonight!
Oh! I can't get around to do it. That sucked. Can I come in now? Coming inside.
Now, here's a safety reminder for all the malcontents of the Marlin district. A nasty puppy has invaded our territory. Be careful.
Yeah. Nasty, nasty puppet. The worst, even. I can see the Dark Souls Bloodborne influence in this room. Damn it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Damn, that did hurt. Oh, and I didn't actually have to take damage from that, it looks like. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Welcome to the territory of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Remember, when anyone failed to pay the protection fee on time is headed straight for the coffin. What protection fee? Oh, shit. Oh, well, at least we got a stargazer. You don't mind, right, guys, if I just do this real quick? Okay. What's up?
Oh, I saw you go into the factory. But you're here. So, wait. You came out of the factory? That's a new one.
I thought you would have been burnt to a crisp. But look at you. All intact.
Brother, being too frank is rude. We should praise him for being stronger than he looks.
What?
Why not join forces? Play our cards right, and we could defeat the villains who rule this area.
They're the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. The baddies who torment the residents around here.
We heard their hideout is stuffed with treasure. And it's a good time to liberate this place as well. Pretty sweet deal, don't you think?
All you have to do is create a distraction. That's it. The rest we can handle.
So, you gonna do it?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be creating a distraction anyway, so sure.
Smart choice. Look at our smart friend, Gephetto.
We're no slouches in the fisticuffs department in a pinch. You lead. We'll bring up the rear and watch for hidden threats.
These guys also attacked me the moment that I showed up, so I'm not exactly, like, excited to, be there. Ahoy! Cerulean! Hi, friend.
What do you think? Not bad, eh? Our new dumbass.
I can hear you. Oh, man, you need to go see a dentist, my guy. Took a really fat nap. Nice. Was it good for you? You guys scared the shit out of me. Ow. Definitely felt good physically to you. Well, that's great. Love to hear that. Love that for you. What have you been up to lately, Cerulean? What have you been playing? You still playing, Oh. You don't look so good. Go get him. Ow! Are you gonna kill this thing or not? What have you been playing lately, Cerulean? You still playing Street Fighter, or did you move on to something else? You playing some Mortal Kombat? You trying to playing some Tekken 7 to warm up for Tekken 8? Playing some Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Playing some Undernight In-Birth to get ready for Undernight In-Birth 2 Celeste Clear Extra Overdrive. Whatever the name of that. This breaks, doesn't it? I don't trust any of the floors in Yeah? How's it going down there? No, man. Your brother's... All right. What? Oh, is this not the right door? Okay. Wait, how the fuck did you get back up here? Quick, fall down there again. Oh, you're smarter now. It's a shame. How did he get back up here? I'm gonna assume he got back up here by NPC rules and just like teleported up here. Wait a minute. That is definitely not the way we came in. Did you know the law of NPCs? When they are with you, they're useless. When you're fighting, they're the god amongst men. Doesn't mean I'm not disappointed.
Whoa, hold up. It's been a while since I worked like that. I got aches, you know? And I wouldn't want to cramp your style. I'll take a breather here, then catch up later.
Yeah, okay. I'm not actually going in there yet, because that's apparently the way we're supposed to go. So maybe I'll go fall down a hole. Played a bit of Xenoblade X recently on my Wii U for actual games and Nike. Is it Nike or is it Nikki? Or is it Nikke? Did he kill that thing down here? He must have. Oh, is it just a dog? Anybody else? Okay. People keep on thinking I'm playing on emulators. Well, I mean, that's because most people now do play on emulators, right? Like, that's just kind of what is expected of most people at this point. Weighs a bit more. I lose a lot of shock resistance, but gain a pretty healthy amount of break resistance and a little bit more disruption. Does it? It puts me overweight. We'll just stick with this one for now. Have a world of LeBlanc, the greatest wine in the world. Nikke? Okay. Oh, I see. He hacked through this door is how he got back up to where we were. I also think a lot of people just assume you're playing on an emulator because a lot of times that's just easier now. Especially with the price that some of these physical copies are. Like, because some physical copies of games are just, you're just like, how do you sleep at night? There's a friend out there somewhere. Oh, I did not mean to use that ability, but you know, that's fine. Hello?
News bulletin. This just in. The intruder turned out to be Gephetto's puppy. This month's protection fee will be waived for anyone who hunts it down. What a deal! Now hurry up and run, you idiots!
I already killed one of those. I don't want to fight another one. This is bullshit. Gosh, I was at a retro gaming store today, saw the price of Xenosaga 3 for like $200, $300. Yeah, see, and especially when like with emulators, you can get the game and everything for free, and the game will run better. Oh God. Hey, will you step on this? Ow. The answer is no, or you did, and it didn't matter. What do you mean $200 USD is not a reasonable price for this mass-produced damaged copy of a game? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you want to run Xenosaga, and it's like, all right, well, I actually have upstairs a PlayStation 3 that is fully backwards compatible. I do actually have physical copies of Xenosaga, so that's not the best example. But if I didn't, it would be like, okay, well, what does that mean? It's like, well, that's gonna suck ass for you because you're gonna need to spend all this fucking money on this copy of a game. And if you would have played it on an emulator, it would have ran better, and you probably could have upscaled it to look better too, and probably added a widescreen mod onto it. And it's like, well, I'm failing to see the advantages here. So you mean sell your copy for money? I mean, I could. I'm not going to, but definitely could. Excuse me. I really don't want to play with you. You are annoying as shit. Oh, they're gone. But who's supposed to help with the wine lady? I want to avoid the big ugly god damn it thing for a minute and see if I can't find a way to get up there to kill the throwers. Oh no, don't let them see me. Can you blame me for feeling a bit insulted though when asked the question? No, I don't feel as though you feel. I don't feel like that's a wrong feeling to feel. I think it's just because of the way that the environment has been for the longest time, that's just kind of what the level of expectation that's been created. Here's the ladder. It's like there's gotta be a ladder up there, right? To kill these throwers. Bit of healing. Chasing down that butterfly almost was bad for me. Ow! Stop it. Jerk. Although, Linus Tech Tips today, I think, showed off this really cool device that, like, I would be interested in getting if I had more of my, retro equipment. Okay. Oh. Because it does a lot of, like, what emulators do, but through a piece of hardware instead of through a piece of software. You plug your retro stuff into it and it'll do like upscale and widescreen. Yep, that's it. The Retro Tink 4K. That thing looks super cool. And I'm like, man, I don't know how much that is, but I think I want one. Because if I had one of those, I would probably be a whole lot more interested in like maintaining more of a retro collection than I have already that I don't touch or use at all because it's just burdensome. Oh, God. Ask next time. You already have the RetroTink 5X Pro? Okay, so how is that? I assume that's what you're already using for a lot of this stuff. And the RetroTink 4K was really impressive with some of the stuff that it could do, with just how good it made like a stock NES system look.
Another fine day in the city of Krog, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Oh. I hope my return isn't too unexpected. It seems that our fates may be interconnected. Now, do pay attention. You won't want to miss when the king of all riddles says, "Riddle me this." I stand tall and proud when I'm young and bold, but I'm short and humble once I've gotten old. What am I?
A candle.
That's right. Did you cheat?
No, you just gave me the answers.
Better not be cheating. You're irritatingly good at this. Or am I? Oh, impossible. I am the king of riddles, and you are just, well, you.
Give me multiple choice. I got a better chance here.
No offense. You're either very lucky, improbably bright, or more likely, you're cheating. But I would never level such an accusation in a culture where dueling is still an acceptable method of solving disputes. I'm the king of riddles, not the king of swordplay. You know, I wonder, perhaps it's your connection to Candle. Because the answer is, right? You get it, but you're not feeling violent. Huh, even better. It's as good a time as any to grant you this boon. Now, take your new key and say, "Give me some room." I can tell you're enjoying these times that we spar. I take leave of you now, but don't go too far.
Okay. I don't want to fight that big thing. Okay, now I'm more willing to fight that big thing because now I don't have to go through all that shit that I just went through. I still don't want to fight it. I already fought one of those once and it was annoying as hell. Pretty happy with the visuals. I think we may have to boost up the slider bar in OBS though for the game volume on older games. I need to finish the Linus video. I don't know if he said how much the RetroTink 4K cost, but I imagine it's not cheap. Some of the riddles are a bit too easy. Well, I mean, also when they give you the answers, like when you get multiple choice on a riddle, then it's just a matter of like, hey, do you feel like one of these answers makes more sense than the other? Oh, you were running at me. Currently casually playing Star Ocean 3, the PS4 port, and the audio is normal. Reason for picking it up back up is mainly a nostalgia and maybe getting to post-game content again. Changing up some of my in-game decisions to get a slightly different experience. I've never actually played any of the Star Ocean games. Any of them. Or Phantasy Star. We were talking about Phantasy Star earlier, and I've never played any of those either. Not sure. I'm sure the RetroTink will be as much as a console, $400 or $500. Yeesh. Yeah, that's probably outside of my budget of like, yeah, this thing's neat, and I'll fucking throw money at it. Like that. It's probably outside of that. Especially when like a lot of the stuff that I would want to play, I would either need to pay console prices for to get a copy of them. And when you're looking at games, ow, damn it. Oh, hi. A lot of the games that I want to play, the physical copies of them cost too much. So if it was a quarter of the price, you'd consider it. Yeah. Like if it was $100, I'd probably buy it and put on a shelf and not use it and not regret owning one. If it was $150, I'd have to like take some time to like think about if I wanted to do it. $200, I'd have to really debate on whether I'd use it at all and like use that as a way to like justify not buying it of that you wouldn't use it. And then once you hit 250, 300, I'd have to be like, no. The Red Avenger, hello. How are you? Where am I? What are we doing? Following the rabbit. Oh. Are you gonna eat him? Are you coming to me? Oh, no, oh, all right. Hate that. Oh, you just right through the door. Oh, God, no! No, you did not just have gross little bone growy hands. Hate that. Well, thank you for just sitting there and letting me miss over and over again. All right, well, you're awful and ew! Okay, it's fine. Chilling, drinking tea. How am I? I'm good. I'm glad to be back streaming and making some progress in Lies of P. We've only found and killed one boss so far, but I feel like we're getting closer to another one. We gotta be getting closer to another one. He smelled you through the entire room? Yeah, except his nose was on the end of his gross, like, proboscises. Oh my God. Oh no. Just wasted my heal. Ah, Redfall method. Joke's on you, I've played Redfall. I'm invincible. I did accidentally waste a heal, though. It's all right. We'll get it back. It's a lovely room. At least you can get it back in this game. That's true. That's very true. Huh. Hi. What's up, merchant man?
I thought there were no more survivors. But you're new. I do love a bit of commerce, but the bosses are really strict about who I'm allowed to sell to. Are you with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood?
No.
I like your honesty, kid. But you should know that if you're not one of us, the bosses will feed you to the monsters. If you, give me a little something, I feel like I'll remember that you belong here. How does that sound? Sure, we can do that too. Remember, it's not me. It's the bosses who are so strict. I'm just hustling to survive, you know? Hit me up if you change your mind.
We have to be a good boy. Oh, this is finally leading back to our Stargazer. Oh man, that's gonna respawn the Googly Moogly. I hate that for us. You just have to go against the premise of a game where a robot's able to lie. Yeah, because we're an honest good boy, Eve. Daddy asked us to be a good boy, and we're gonna be a good boy. Besides, why do I want to spend anything at the black market seller when I'm over here struggling to get levels just so that I can not break my back trying to walk around with an extra pin on my chest? Oh man, I wore a brooch. It weighs 13 kilograms for some freaking reason. What do they measure weight in? Does it say? Or is it just a number? It's just a number. People over here being like, do your chain hang low? And it's like, yes, because it weighs so much that I'm not allowed to stand up straight. I wear two amulets, both weigh 14 kilograms. I'm always weight training. That's the joke here. How much do they weigh? 13.6 at 1.3, but can we upgrade this without being overweight now? No. 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 Sure can't. Can we upgrade to this without being overweight? Yes. All right. That's at least something. He's back. And he's gross. Go away. You're disgusting. You should be ashamed of your own existence. You didn't see shit. Stay down there where you belong, you gross, nasty. As he just trots out the door behind us like, hey, where are you going? You left without paying your tab.
Looking good. Who'd have thought we'd make it this far?
Hi.
You've got all kinds of skills. Hey, everything went smooth as silk. And you know me, I don't impress easy.
Sure, but I gotta ask, you really gonna take on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood by yourself?
Yeah? What's it to the two of you? Oh. Why did you? Okay, I'm glad you noticed that too, Eve, because I wasn't gonna say anything. I was like, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, man, I don't recall her having such a bad voice acting performance when she was talking to us about like the job. But those lines were read terribly. But whatever, maybe they were bad before and I just didn't notice. But if you just if you noticed too that went from like fine voice acting to garbage, like, okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one, because initially I was like, man. Knock, knock. Show me the box. Show me the box from the trailer. There it is. What's up? Do I have to fight like 4 humanoid enemies at once? Because that's... Whew. You want to know what I'm not good at fighting in this game? Humanoid enemies. But I'm not a liar. I didn't lie about anything. I've only lied one time in this game. It's because the game made me.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh. What's up, Cloud? Oh. Oh, God. My turn.
Mind if I make that kid up good? It'll be so much fun.
Ow! Can I help you? Oh! Oh God! She's so fast! Oh God! She does tricks! Oh! Oh no! Oh God! Why are you like this? Please! But you said I was good looking. Oh, this is so much bullshit. Oh God! Well, we're running out of these heals nice and fast. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ! This sucks! Oh God, please! Oh my God!
Been a while since I've let anyone 6 feet under. Rest.
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh shit! Okay. Playing Star Ocean 3 again on and off, then I'm like, let me just load up my PlayStation 2 save, because grinding all the way back to my previous progress is very time consuming. When I used the retro tank, it felt like the audio sounded low. I mean, maybe it was. He's so fucking gross. Go away! You're disgusting! I'm just gonna run past him and see what happens. He's slow.
Hey, what's the big idea leaving us behind? Oh, I knew we shouldn't trust them. Let's get out of here and give those lousy bums the business.
They left a while ago, my bro. They weren't gonna help. You know what? I'm just immediately grabbing one of these in the hopes that it helps, because it's only fair, right? There's like 4 of them. What the shit?
Bring it on.
You guys better go away. All right. Oh God, why am I like this?
Mind if I make that kid up good? This is gonna be so much fun.
Oh! This is such bullshit! Pick a target, one of you!
Nice for the others. Don't you want to play with me, Mr. Puppet?
Oh my fuck you! Jesus Christ! How are you supposed to do this? Like, one humanoid enemy in this game is already like legit a threat. 2 is horrifying, and 3 against 1 is just unfair. Like, that's just one of those things of like, that's just meant to be awful for you. Do we just need to kill one of them? I can't imagine that's how it works, right? Like, I imagine that you either need to kill them all, or if you kill one. I answered this with aggression and full-on zug-zug. Full-on what? Zug-zug? Okay, we'll just go full zug-zug. I don't know what that means.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Jesus! Oh my God! My bro! Oh! Dude! Fuck off with that shit! I'm fucking dead. Where's your helper? I left him behind. You said go full zug-zug. Oh my God. Are there subtle perfect parry dodge bonuses? Perfect dodge is just that you don't take damage. Like if you perfect dodge, the only thing you get is that you don't get hit. Perfect parry means that you don't take damage, because if you don't perfect parry, you will take damage, and you will build up an invisible bar on the boss that will let you get a visceral on them. But that's it. Lies of P is definitely the most unforgiving game when it comes to your defensive options in terms of like what you get. Like perfection is the only thing that lets you stay at neutral with your opponent. Perfect parrying, the only thing it really gives you is that you don't take damage, because dodging is not the play. Much like blocking was the play in Neo versus dodging in Dark Souls. Like you just wanted to dodge in Dark Souls, right? Like that was just the answer, was to dodge in Dark Souls.
Mine! Move for me, brothers!
God damn it! Can you fuck off? Because she's able to be backstabbed just like normally. He's out. Ow!
Come on, you played nice.
Ow! I'm about to be out. Fuck off!
Me, Mr. Puppet.
Ow! Why can't I target you?
Oh, this is Gephetto's puppet, huh? Gotta admit, he knows what he's doing.
Did I lose my helper? I did. I'm also out of like everything.
Yeah, once before. Let's finish this.
Ow! Oh God, please, why? This sucks.
Gotcha. I'll make sure.
Oh no! Oh, this is awful. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way is this awful, but it's awful. It's fucking awful. It's why it's why a few people who like Soulsians hate Eliza P, since there was no defensive plays options. No, the Eliza P is the ultimate embodiment of get good, fucking noob. Not get good noob, not get good scrub. Get good, you fucking worthless piece of trash, because you're not going to get anything done otherwise. I'm just thinking straight up, is this the default tactic for the no, this is not, there's no casual Eliza P. There's one difficulty option, and the difficulty is get fucked. Because, like, it was really good in Timesia to do perfect parries, because it was actually called deflect in that game, and you'd get shatter damage when you deflected with perfect parries. And this game is just like, you're just abused. Oh, God damn it. I need to try to get her and get her quickly. I'm gonna die. I can't fucking see. Let me out. Maybe I just instead keep focusing on the big dude.
It's my turn.
Maybe I just try to kill the big dude.
So this is Gephetto's puppet, huh?
Fuck me!
He knows what he's doing.
God damn it, I was like, where'd she go? Oh, I'm out of healing. That sucks. That sucks a lot, actually. Don't do that.
It's been a while
Fuck.
since I put anyone 6 feet under. Rest in peace.
I also hate that you take chip damage and stamina drain when you block. Like one or the other, but not both. I mean, yeah, that's also part of why it's so unforgiving. The only good option is perfect block. And even when you perfect block, you still take stamina damage. You just don't take chip damage. That one was a lot closer. I feel like the fourth brother showed up so much faster that time. Like, I don't, maybe the big dude's health is actually what triggers them showing up. Because I focused the big dude and I feel like we just got zerged.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Fuck me. Oh shit! I don't know what fucking just hurt me so damn bad.
So this is Gephetto's pub now, huh? Gotta admit, knows what he's doing.
You know what? Before I deal any more with you.
Don't get extra points for fighting fair. Survive and win.
All right. Whew. Got him.
This puppet's crazy!
Hey, fuck you. You attacked me. Leave the Buster Sword. I said leave the Buster Sword. It's mine, you asshole. Oh, you fuck.
Damn you. You'll pay for that.
Bitch! Bitch, what? Why are you mad? You did this! Fuck you! I'm just trying to... I'm trying to fucking help. I'm trying to help. There's a photo here? Whatever. You invaded their territory. What territory? There's no people here. Everyone's dead. You want to be mad at somebody, go be mad at freaking Red Fox and Black Cat. Oh yeah, we can gain humanity while listening to a record. How much of the record do we need to listen to, or does it just happen like straight away? I have to let the whole record play, I'm guessing.
I'll use my power to help you.
That's fine. All right, we got 2 levels worth in here. We're gonna get Vigor up to 20 next, and then we'll go from there. See what we can get from Wolfman.
A great weapon calls for a great warrior.
Oh, what? Beating that dude didn't give me shit? Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Does anyone else want to talk here? No. Although there's something there that I need to do. There's nothing else anywhere else. Okay. Well, we're approaching the 4-hour mark. We defeated 2 bosses, which is cool. It's not normally what I achieve, but I don't feel like we lost any realistic amount of time. It just took us longer to get from one, who wasn't a robot to give you ergo, I guess. Yeah, but don't some people have ergo? I don't know. The lore of this world's a little confusing, especially when like they show us cutscenes of shit and I'm like, is that supposed to make sense? Is that supposed to do a thing? I'm just leaving that open to play it, so that it can play through the track and stuff. Also want to remove the Stream Raider stuff? Eventually, yeah. Because I think I'm done with Stream Raiders, but that would require me to figure out like what I'm going to put over there. And right this very moment, I just do not necessarily know, you know? So, I don't know. Oh, well, that's who we're going to go raid. We're going to go raid Epic Nerd Hype because he is on his 24-hour stream. He's 12 hours in it. He's halfway there for his 7-year stream anniversary. I would have figured just delete. I mean, yeah, that's the easiest thing, right? Like, and I can even do that. I can blop. There you go. It's gone. But it's just like I should put something over there now because it's just this big void. I'm like, I don't know what I want to put over there. Anyway. So, anyway, we're going to go raid Epic Nerd Hype and give him some hype for his 7-year thing. Your springs are reacting. Yep, just need to listen to the full song. Do I need to like retouch the Stargazer to save? You know, one thing I will say though is I'm pretty stoked that we got as much progress as we did, given that I hadn't played the game in like 4 months. We'll be back tomorrow on Friday, and we will be playing some more Lies of P. And then on Sunday will be production day, and we're going to go from there. But we're going to go raid 1 Epic Nerd Hype. Everybody, these are my socials. Please consider giving me a follow on Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, whatever your preferred social media is. I post on all of them. Go check out the YouTube channel. We just had a few new videos go up, and we'll be back on tomorrow to play more Lies of P. Production day on Sunday. And yeah, so thank you so much for everybody. It's been a good time. Very happy with coming back and getting some actual streaming done and trying to get back onto a normal schedule. And we're going to finish out Lies of P and then we'll take it from there. But with that said, everybody, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Also, that raid Schwahn, you can unlock that for 100 channel points. And it works on other people's channels, which is super cool.